Stamford 911, where's your emergency?
Oh, send the police!
What's the problem there?
The chimp killed my friend!
On February 16, 2009, in Stamford, Connecticut, a chimpanzee named Travis attacked his owner's friend. The friend suffered serious injuries, including blindness, the loss of body parts, and nearly ripped her face off. The police arrived and had to shoot Travis dead to stop the attack. The reason behind the violent attack is unknown. Travis, born on October 21, 1995, near Festus, Missouri, was the offspring of Susie and Coco, who were brought from Africa to the U.S. in the 1970s. His birth took place at the Missouri Chimpanzee Sanctuary, originally owned by Mike and Connie Braun Casey. Unfortunately, Susie, Travis's mother, faced a tragic fate when she was fatally shot to dead when she tried to escape in 2001. Sandra and Jerome acquired Travis for $50,000 from a breeder after he was separated from his mother at 3 days old. Naming the chimpanzee after Sandra's favorite singer, Travis Tritt, this couple raised him at their residence on Rock Rimmon Road in the North Stamford, Connecticut. Travis the chimpanzee became an integral part of this couple's lives, accompanying them to work, riding along during shopping excursions, and even posing for photos at the family's towing company. Travis's presence in the town became well known, and he gained popularity among residents and local law enforcement officers, who found him to be a quirky yet lovable pet. Despite his earlier life at the Chimpanzee Sanctuary, Travis's upbringing as a cherished companion by this couple contributed to their recognition and affection within the community. Travis became close to people because he was familiar with them from birth. A neighbor, Tony Macari, would playfully wrestle with Travis and noticed that the chimpanzee was always careful and behaved well. Macari pointed out that Travis paid great attention and followed instructions even better than Macari's own nephews did. This showed how well Travis had learned to interact with humans. Travis had some amazing abilities that were remarkably similar to human skills. He could do things like use keys to open doors, dress himself, take care of household chores such as watering plants and feeding horses, sit at the table and have meals with the Herold family, and enjoy a glass of wine. His fondness for ice cream was so profound that he learned the schedules of passing ice cream trucks. Travis also demonstrated technological savvy by logging onto the family computer to look at pictures, using a remote control to watch baseball on TV, and even brushing his own teeth with a water pick. What's more, he had driven a car on several occasions, showing an extraordinary level of adaptability to activities typically associated with humans. Sandra, especially, viewed Travis as more than just a pet. Following the tragic loss of her only child in a car accident in 2000 and her husband Jerome's passing from cancer in 2004, Sandra saw Travis as a surrogate son. This profound connection resulted in an exceptionally close bond, with Sandra going to great lengths to pamper Travis, including sharing sleeping and bathing spaces. After Travis's death, Sandra experienced intense sorrow, expressing, "She's like hollow now. Travis slept with her every night. She says until you've eaten with a chimp and bathed with a chimp, you don't know a chimp." The deep emotional bond between Travis and Sandra added a layer of complexity to the tragic events that unfolded on that fateful day. Travis had an overall excellent track record, with just one notable incident in 2003. During this event, someone threw trash at Travis while he was in the car. In response, Travis chased the person and even managed to escape from the police. As a consequence, a law was introduced to prevent people from keeping large animals as pets. However, Travis was free from this law because the police were familiar with him, believed he posed no threat, and he had been with the Sandra for a long period. Fast forward 6 years to February 16, 2009, and the unthinkable incident took place. Travis, the chimpanzee, unexpectedly attacked and harmed Sandra's friend, Charla Nash. The heartbreaking part is that Charla had been to Sandra's house many times before and had interacted with Travis on friendly terms. They were all friends, which makes the whole situation even more difficult and bewildering to grasp. That morning in February, Travis the chimpanzee ran out of the house with Sandra's car keys. Charla, who was visiting at the time, tried to help by offering Travis his favorite toy, an Elmo doll, to lure him back inside. Travis, however, stared at Charla for a while. Some people think that a recent change in Charla's hairstyle may have confused the chimpanzee. It was later found that Travis had Xanax in his system. Whatever the reason, Travis suddenly rushed towards Charla and attacked her. Sandra went through a nightmare as she watched the terrifying attack unfold. In a desperate attempt to stop Travis, she first used a spade and then resorted to a knife, stabbing him in the back. Sandra later described the heartbreaking experience, expressing that stabbing the chimpanzee felt as painful as if she had stabbed herself. Despite her courageous efforts, Travis continued to harm Charla, seemingly impervious to Sandra's interventions. In sheer panic, Sandra dialed 911, urgently informing them that Travis was causing harm to her friend. When the medical team arrived, they faced a challenging situation, unable to immediately assist Charla due to the ongoing threat of an attack. When the police arrived, Travis tried to get into the officer's car, but it was locked. To gain access, he smashed a window, causing the officer to shoot him multiple times. Injured, Travis limped back to his home, went into his cage, and sadly passed away. On the other hand, Charla, the victim of the attack, faced extensive injuries. Travis had bitten her nose, jaw, eyes, lips, hands, and scalp, breaking nearly all the bones in her face. The aftermath was severe. Charla lost her vision, and both her hands had to be amputated. Her recovery required numerous hours of surgery and several months of rehabilitation. The tragic incident left both the animal and the victim with lasting consequences. Charla's extensive injuries positioned her as an ideal candidate for radical facial reconstruction surgery, a process she would undergo in the years following the attack. In November 2009, just months after the mauling by Travis, Charla appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show to share her experience and discuss how she was coping. Despite the severe nature of her injuries, she conveyed to Oprah that she was not experiencing physical pain. Tragically, in May 2010, a mere 15 months after the attack, Sandra passed away suddenly from a ruptured aortic aneurysm. Her lawyer released a statement following her death, highlighting the series of heartbreaking losses Sandra had endured in the preceding years, starting with the death of her only daughter in a car accident, followed by the loss of her husband, and then the serious injuries of her friend and employee, Charla Nash. The statement reflected that Sandra's heart, already shattered by numerous previous losses, could bear no more. The sequence of tragic events had taken an immense toll on Sandra's well-being. By that time, Charla had initiated a lawsuit seeking $50 million in damages. In 2012, the lawsuit was eventually settled for $4 million. Additionally, Charla attempted to sue the state, asserting that they were aware of Travis's dangerous nature, but her claim was denied. Following this incident, the Captive Primate Safety Act was introduced, aiming to prohibit the sale of primates such as chimpanzees, monkeys, and lemurs as pets. Supported by organizations like the U.S. Humane Society and the Wildlife Conservation Society, the bill aimed to address the risks associated with keeping exotic animals as pets. However, despite efforts, the bill did not pass in the U.S. Senate.